miss your vibe, I miss your waistline.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Makeup by Sunrise. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hey, what's up? Make sure you click that red button down below to subscribe so you can join the crew and know what's going on with me always. So today, as you could tell by the title, I'm going to be going over something that I never really do on my channel, but I want to bring to you guys because I love to do this every year. And I just feel like a lot of people want to know, like, how do you create this thing? Like, what is it? Like, do I have to do it a certain way? Do I have to follow a certain outline? And necessarily you don't. It's all about creativity and what kind of intentions and goals you want to put into this project. And what I'm talking about is creating a vision board. So let's get into it. First things first, you're gonna need some essential items, products in order to complete your vision board. So I have a little mini list here that I wrote down for you guys so I can remember, I don't miss nothing. So first things first, you're gonna need a bunch of your favorite magazines. So what I did, I love anything that's about beauty, about fashion, skincare, blah blah blah. So I made sure I had like a bunch of magazines. So usually I buy Cosmopolitan, Allure, InStyle magazine. And I remember when I was little, I just loved magazines. So like I was into 17 magazine, People's magazine, any type of like stuff that had to do with the blogs and, you know, certain stuff what was going on, because they always have, you know, little inspirational quotes, you know, had people in like really cute outfits and stuff like that. So I hope you get my gist. So just make sure you have a whole bunch of different magazines, or you could print pictures off of Google, or pictures that you took, you could print those pictures out as well. The main focus is that you want images, you want inspirational words, you know, you want create some creativity, you want visual things on your vision board, correct? So next thing up, you need a poster board. So that is very important because where are you going to stick these images and pictures on? So you need a poster board. So what I did, I went to my local 99-cent store and got one of those little old project boards that you used to use, you know, like for the science fair, all that good stuff. Get one of those. Or if you happen to have like a bulletin board, you know, remember when you would go into the school and they will have like all these posters of events and stuff that's going on, but you have them sticked up with what you call it, thumbtacks. So you can get one of those. But I professionally, and I prefer the poster board because it's a little bit much better. Next thing, you're gonna need some glue sticks or tape because you need something to stick the images to, obviously. You're also gonna need some scissors, construction paper, letters or numbers. So what I mean by letters or numbers, when you go to your 99-cent store, they have like a whole wall with a bunch of like school supplies and stuff. So you can look through it, pick out stuff that you want, and, you know, like I said, get creative, because that's what it's really about, being creative. It's like arts and craft. Like tap into your childhood, and when you were sitting down having fun, you know, you was doing a little coloring book, tap into that side of it, okay? And then last but not least, you're gonna need your ideas, your vision, your goals, your dreams, your manifestations, because those are the essential items that you're gonna need for your vision board. I'm gonna show you guys a vision board that I have from last year, my 2021 vision board, so that you guys have an idea of it. And I'm just gonna go over the key points. So with all those ingredients, I guess you could say, for your vision board, you're gonna use them and apply them. So I'm gonna show you, this is it. It's probably not gonna fit into the camera because it's so huge. So what I'll do, I'll take a photo of it and then just stick it here. But let me stand up. Let me see. So right here we go. So this is what my 2021 vision board had looked like. As you can see, it has a whole bunch of words, pictures, all kinds of stuff, right? So I'm just gonna go over a few sections on my vision board. So I'm just gonna start in the middle, because first things first. So in the middle here was a picture of basically like the map of the world that I had cut out from a magazine. I don't remember which one. I'm not going to remember which one I cut it out from, but the ones that I mentioned, I basically used here. So it was a map of the world where it basically looked like regular people at the museum looking at an image, and I was like, oh, this would be really cute for my vision board. And in the middle it says, what's your wish for 2021? So let's say my vision for 2021, you know, it's right after the first full year of the pandemic. So I'll say this, after 2020, it's been a little bit rocky for everyone. So my specific wish for 2021 at the time was for it to get back to some sort of, I don't want to say normal, because I feel like it's not normal. It's never going to be normal. We're not going to go back to what it was. It's just a new flow of things now. So I just wanted to work on certain things that I was putting to the side. So that showed up on my vision board. So things such as like saving more money, putting myself out there as far as work, going on more interviews, stop settling for just one particular thing. You understand what I'm saying? My fitness journey, making sure I'm being more active, not sitting around in the house being bored and stuff like that. Makeup, being more consistent on social media, learning new techniques, you know, buying new makeup products. As far as fashion, you know, reading up about the different designers. At the time, a lot during 2020, it was a huge surge for a lot of small businesses, specifically a lot of small Black businesses. So I wanted to get into that, make sure I do my research, find out what's going on, and purchase items from them that, you know, I actually like and support them. So those are just a few topics that I considered into putting into my vision board. All right, so I'll start at the top of the corner here. So I started with the big S because my name is Sunrise, and these were just some small things that I wanted to put in this corner here that necessarily things I wanted to work on, and I felt that described me. So there's some thoughts here that I'm just gonna read off. I'm not gonna read everything, but I'm just gonna give you some key points. So it says, what I love about me, I love that I'm upfront and unafraid. So being upfront and afraid is making sure that I am assertive, because I've always tend to second guess myself when it comes to certain decisions, especially when it comes to just, you know, overall being confident, making decisions at work that I felt were very difficult at the time, when now it's just like a breeze to me. So that is something that I needed to work on, and I still am working on, so I'm doing a good job so far. I am not weak. I have that really big here as a daily reminder. I like my body. I don't get no complaints. Period. Okay. Next up, it says, putting on my makeup gives me comfort. It's times spent looking at myself in the mirror and thinking positively. Ta-da! So being a beauty influencer, a makeup influencer, whatever you want to call it, you do spend a lot of time, like literally staring in the mirror, looking at yourself, you know, figuring out what works for you, what doesn't work for you. So put that on my vision board along with this statement. So it says, finish strong. And then at the very bottom, it says, the rest is easy. But I love that I have this phrase here, finish strong, because it comes from one of my professors from college, my very first year in college, Dr. Jeter. Shout out to him. I hope you're doing well. He always had that as like a slogan for us students, because he's like, there's gonna be times coming up in your journey in college where you feel like giving up, because then now you crossed over from being a child into adult. So now you have bigger responsibilities and stuff like that. Life happens as well. So he said always to remember to finish strong. Even if you have to take a pause on certain things, you may have to take a pause from school, but come back and finish strong. So whatever you do in life, I always carry that with me. That's something that kept me going through college as well, because there's been times well, I felt like giving up, and I was like, yeah, this is not for me anymore. But that, along with, I guess, I don't know, I guess God just intervened and be like, yo, you got this. You got this. Stop tripping out. It's not that serious. Just do the work. The rest is easy. All right, so here at the bottom, I have like a little section here about mental health, fitness, along with some crystals, some sage, and the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune says here, the signals that 2021 will be a complete and total revamp of your life. Pause for screens. Everything around you is going to look completely different by the time 2022 rolls around. I'm going to talk about that later. That's weird. But it doesn't have to be dumpster fire type changes. In fact, it can be pretty damn amazing. So identify where you feel stagnant, bored, or unhappy. Then try something totally new. And yeah, it should be a major thing. Maybe say having an open relationship, moving to a new city, or changing not just jobs but also entire industries. Take action now, and the powerful wheel will keep you spinning for the entire year. So that was something that I felt was very important, and it resonated with me because there's been times where in the workspace, or just you being a young adult coming up, where you feel like you're stagnant at times. Like, I feel like you're not moving nowhere, especially after the start of the pandemic. So, little short story time. I work in the security business with event services. So at the time, we were in the midst of March Madness, and the tournaments had just started for the college basketball. And this had to be I think the second week of March, when we were sent home in the middle of the day of our shift because the country went on lockdown due to the pandemic. So after months of just being home, out of work, because now the world is trying to figure out what's going on. Is this thing gonna go? Is it gonna stay? How long is it gonna stay? You know, things were working the way how it worked. And eventually, by the end of the year, we did get called back to work. So things started to pick back up in 2021, and thank God. But there was a point where I feel like 2020 kind of like it intervened on the plan that I had, because I had just got a promotion the year before, and I kind of had like this thing in my head that I'm gonna do this X, Y, and Z. So by 9 months from now, a year's turn from now, I'm gonna get another promotion, and you're just gonna keep leveling up. And 2020 came and was like, so it kind of could send you into like a state of shock, a bit of a depression, in which it did for me, because it's like, damn, here I was at the time thinking, okay, I got everything planned out. And it's so crazy because I love to plan things, but I'm a huge procrastinator as well. So when this came along, I was just like, all right, so well, what do I do now? So at the time, I started picking back up my makeup things. I started posting on Instagram, and then I just created a beauty page for my on Instagram for my beauty things. And later on in the months, I think around August, is when I made my first YouTube video. So out of that little funk that I was in, created something beautiful, and I'm here today on YouTube explaining this story now. It's kind of funny how that just kind of rolled around. But long story short, if you feel stagnant in a situation, like it said, try something new. Sometimes you have to come out of your comfort zone, or just come out of the things, your normal routine, to kind of like regroup and figure out what are things that you like, you don't like, or what things are, not your steez, what makes you uncomfortable, and just figure things out along the way. Because, that's life. Time will move on. You won't be in the same spot forever, unless if you choose to, and that's a whole nother story. But Yeah. All right, so moving on from here to down here, we're moving across this way. This is one of a quotes by Selena. It says, if you have a dream, don't let anybody take it away. And I believe that as well. If you have a dream, don't let nobody take it away from you. There might be times where you feel discouraged or you feel like you're not on the right path or the right track. But like I said, regroup, take some time off to, you know, just breathe, get yourself together, and do like what I do. Get a book, start journaling, start writing down ideas as it come along, and you know, you'll figure it out. You got this, girl. Next here was like my little green money machine going on. So let me move this to the front. So here it has two pictures of Regina King and Tracy Ellis Ross, who I love both of them dearly, and they're in these like power suits of the money, like the money green, and I love that. So what I did was put the word savings, cause like I said, I wanted to definitely step up my savings, which I have, and I'm really proud of, because I've always been a person that had a hard time saving, because I just like to, you know, spend. But adulting has changed that a lot. Also have a set of car keys here. If you watched my previous video, you heard my little rant about not having a driver's license, but I've taken the proper procedures to start studying so that I can get my driver's license, right? Along with Women on a Mission. And then this is a quote from Melody Isani that reads, "The power of the people is greater than the people in power." I'll read that again. The power of the people is greater than the people in power. So I love that quote because it just gives you a reminder that not because somebody is a big executive and stuff like that, that certain things just go, because just like how they got that position, it can be taken away from them, and someone new can come into that situation. So don't ever dim your light or make you feel that you are not worth it and that you are not. Yeah, so my camera cut off in the middle of me talking, so I kind of lost track of what I was saying, but I'm pretty sure I want to wrap it up as to you're great. Don't let nobody ever tell you any different. I'm gonna just leave it as that. F that. I really forgot what I was saying, damn, but I'm gonna move on. It'll probably come back to me later. Next thing up is my style. So I have these images here of these beautiful ladies. Two of them is of Cynthia Erivo, who I love very much, and then there's a quote here by Tracy Ellis Ross that says, "I do love getting dressed up, but I also love putting my sweats back on," and that's a fact. That is a fact. I love getting dressed up, but it ain't nothing better than just putting on a tracksuit or some sweatpants and a sweater and sneakers, because that's where I'm most comfortable. But if I have to go out to a party, to brunch, to just some outing, I'm gonna get it together, and we're gonna show out every time. So down here I have an image of Alyssa Ashley, who is one of my favorite YouTubers, one of my favorite beauty influencers as well, makeup inspired, along with the Pat McGrath Mega Mothership Celestial Divinity eyeshadow palette. That was a lot at once. And then down here I have like a mini section column for black owned beauty brand, black owned brands, let's just say that, black owned brands. So I have the Telfar bag here, the lip bar, the tear right here as well, and it just says Black Lives Matter along with Fenty. So there's a quote here by Melody Isani that says, "I just really have faith in the youth. I kind of love that there is no leader, whereas every other big movement in history has sort of been led by somebody. Part of the awakening that's happening right now is there is no hero. You have to be the hero." So with that being said, these quotes, a lot of the quotes came from 2020 magazines, in which the year of 2020 was a surge in the movement of Black Lives Matter. So I love that quote by her, because everything is in the youth, in the hands of the youth nowadays. Like, they're our new generation coming up. I should say we are the new generation coming up, because I am a millennial. So we have a lot of work to do. We really do. And I'm proud of the work that I'm seeing so far, as you know, activists and just getting the word out there, educating people, you know, because there's a lot of information that people just don't know. And it's not to make them feel some type of way, or to be like, oh, like, what type of time are you on? No, let's enlighten them, because there has been a time where whatever information you know that you could translate over to them, you never knew that. But the person that put you on or told you about that information, they ain't going that way. So let's be positive about the situation. Let's be open-minded and just do the work. Do the work. And then last but not least, I just want to read this little quote here. It says, treat yourself. It allows me to unwind, and it's always the most peaceful moment in my day when I give love. So I feel like that's very important, because I feel sometimes that we forget about ourselves. I know I have, because once I get into work mode, I'm very much a workaholic. Like, I will go nonstop until when I crash. And that's not a good habit to have, because you don't necessarily know when to stop. And it's good to take breaks. I'm not saying now be on a long, overextended vacation, but just know when your body is telling you you need to take a pause. Listen, because it is telling you the truth. Like, I remember a couple years ago, I was working an event during the summertime, and I was juggling 2 jobs, going back and forth, just hustling. And my knee, like, almost fully gave out on me. I've never had no type of like crazy injury, never had surgery, no nothing, but I was not listening to my body. I was having signs of just having a regular, you know, sharp knee pain. I'm figuring, oh, that's because the weather's changing. No, that's my knee telling me, girl, you need to sit down. You've been standing up for too long. You running up and down, walking up and down, and you're not taking no breaks. So I'm gonna give you this pain for you to chill out. So that happened to me, and I am very precautious now when it comes to my job, where I am standing on my feet for long periods of hours of the day. And there's be times where, like, I'm standing up and there's a chair right there, and instead of me sitting down, I'm still standing up, and I don't know why, but I feel it's because my body is so used to doing something all the time that it's just like if I'm like a statue. So I have to like give myself reminders, like, okay, you can sit down. Like, oh, you finished that task? Okay, take a break. Because I will work. Like, even with that, with eating, I will work. The whole day will go past and I haven't ate nothing. So then now I'm coming home late at night. Instead of having like something small to eat, I'm having a big old dinner at 12 o'clock at night. So now I done messed up my whole eating pattern, my sleeping pattern. It's just a hot mess. But to get back on track with the vision board, always make sure you are putting things on your vision board with great intentions. Like I said, make sure that your vision board is for your intentions, your goals, your dreams, your manifestations. And don't always feel like because you haven't completed a certain goal or completed a certain task that your vision board is all messed up, because you may go out throughout the year and there's some things on your vision board that you might have checked off already and you want to switch it up or you want to add something to it. That is what it's for. It's literally stick and paste. It's arts and crafts. So you can take some things off, you can add some things. Don't always feel as though like, oh, well, I ain't reached this goal, or I ain't do this and I don't do that, so this is not gonna work for me. Nah. Don't have that type of mindset. Don't have it, because it is not healthy and it's not conducive to what you have planned. So always have that in the back of your head, if not the front or the side or the top. Alright guys, so this is the completion of this video. I hope I didn't miss anything, If I did, please comment down below. If you have any questions on the vision board or anything about what's been said in this video, make sure you leave a comment down below as well. And remember to like this video, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you know every time that I post. And I would love to see you back next time. Bye.